Welcome to another Blooket YouTube video. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make Blooket inside Scratch, episode 8. In this episode I'm going to teach you how to do it so you could choose your main block with 55 different blocks to choose from, with 16 commons and then the rest other rarities. So yeah. Also, when you unlock a block, you'll be able to switch to that block as well, like the pancakes. And also, instead of doing a different list for every block, it will just be one list per block. So let's get into our episode 7 projects. And this time we're going to save as a new copy, because for this is episode 8. So yeah, let's get right into it. First thing we're going to want to do, just before we start, it's extremely important, is to go make sure you're in the medieval block sprite. That is extremely important. Very important. You cannot be in any other sprite. It has to be in this sprite, and delete the medieval blocks list. It'll show you a message. Just click OK. And, whoops, my bad. And at the bottom of this list, get an add thing to, and make a new list called all blocks for all sprites. And hide it. So what we're going to want to do is get the costume name. Make sure it's costume name. That is very important. If it isn't costume name, then that won't be good. And add costume name to all blocks. That is very important. And it could be at the end of the script. It makes things much easier and much simpler, because after it switches to the costume, like it switched to elf, it added elf, which was the costume name, to all of the blocks. And go right here and just switch, go into each individual block and switch it to all blocks from medieval blocks. Also, episode 9 is where we get rid of like tens, 100, maybe not 100, but fairly greater than 10. This is where we get rid of 40 sprites. That will be in episode 9. Make it for all the blocks, and then now you can delete the medieval blocks list. And there was run the projects first. That's important. So yeah, as you see, it still works correctly. Like the block gets added. And yeah. So now we are going to want to do it for all of these right here. Delete breakfast blocks for the breakfast pack sprite, and add costume name to all blocks. Not costume number, costume name. Very important. And let's do the same thing for Wonderland. And add costume name to all blocks. And last but not least, do it for Space Pack. This will make our game less laggy with only way less data that Scratch needs to handle, and that is very useful. Now we need to change all of these for all blocks. Important. And also, why is this name of this right here French fast? It needs to be French toast. Another important thing is to make sure that whatever it contains, it has to be the costume name, like yogurt. Also, for my sprites, I made it so no matter what, the first letter will be capital and there is no spaces. Like for eat me, it has to be like this because that's the costume name. And same for drink me. Queen of Hearts. Alice, it needs to be capitalized too. Important. Dormouse. White rabbit. Same for the Cheshire cat and the caterpillar. And do not forget the Mad Hatter. It's important to make sure it's all spelled correctly and that all books contain it. And last but not least for Wonderland, King of Hearts. We could delete this one right here. Okay, there's still a Wonderland book somewhere. Just have to find it. There we go, it's for the Two of Spades. And now you could, wait, how's it, are you kidding me? I have to delete it in all 11 sprites. Oh well, do what you have to do. But we just can't keep this Wonderland books list. It's a very inefficient use of our energy. Alright, it's gone. Oh, there we go. It was still there. Yep, make sure all traces of it are deleted. Same for the breakfast pack. We got to make it so that breakfast books is deleted. It looks like it is, so let's delete it. Oh, the reason why it keeps on coming back is because we set it for this sprite only. Do not worry, next episode is going to be an updated way of adding new packs. Alright, we finally got breakfast pack list deleted. Now, just one more time for the space pack. And what on earth? Alright, so I deleted all of the space packs blocks list. The only thing we need to delete it is right here. And yep, all gone. Now that we started, first we need to test to make sure it's still all works. Yep, the blocks still show up here. You could still click on them. It all still works. Now we need to make it so you could choose your main block. So open up the how to make Blooket. Make sure it has to be Blooket. Wait, you know what? I think that this is better than Blooket. So yeah. Now, just gonna drag in a few sprites. This select/8 sprite. This profile picture/8 sprite. How did it get added twice? It's confusing. And one more. This for stats/episode 8 costume. So yeah. Add it to your backpack and delete the tab. Now open up your backpack and it will be revealed. So just drag them in. And you could delete them from your backpack. And make a new sprite. And just temporarily drag it in. So yeah, let's code this up. So you may ask, why is there two of these different sprites? Well, first, the select sprite is the one where you're supposed to set your main block. So yeah, there is 60 costumes that have 5 of them that say empty, which will be useful. And there's 16 of the common blocks. There should be 17, but I thought alpaca wasn't part of the common blocks, or part of the 2 packs I chosen, which were farm animal pack and pet pack. Probably like one of my favorite. Pet pack is my favorite group of common pets because it has puppy in it. I just love this block. I wonder why. And the first common block I ever chose, which was a turtle. So yeah. Now, the other one is the actual main block that is your main block. And the difference is it has the PFP slash and just 5 less costumes. So yeah. When green flag clicked, add thing, switch it, add chick to all blocks, duplicate it, and then add chicken, duplicate those two, add pig and sheep, duplicate them, add horse, cow, goat, and duck to all blocks. Reduplicate it, and then add puppy, cat, dog, kitten, hamster, fish, I guess. Let's see, what else? Turtle, and what's the last one? Oh, it was rabbit. And it's goldfish, not fish. And at the top of the rain flag, do a delete all blocks. So these are the common blocks that we are going to need. So yeah, so it's automatically added. So now we're gonna make it so it shows. So green flag clicked, and when I receive, or yeah, when backdrop switches to, and when green flag clicked, hide. When backdrop switches to market, hide. Duplicate. When backdrop switches to blooks, hide. Duplicate. When backdrop switches to stats, show. And go to an x of negative 100 and a y of 138. So let's test it. It won't show when the green flag's clicked or when the backdrop switches to blocks, and it does show when you're on the stats. Now we want it so you could click on it to change it. So first, we're gonna if we go into real Blooket right here, or I'm on the main account, that's nice. We're here in the main Blooket, and we could click on our block if we want to change it, and there is a huge selection right here. You can switch it to any one of these blocks, except we're not going to be adding scrolling right here, not just yet. And there's a variety of lots of good blocks, like the green astronaut, the pink astronaut, black astronaut, the ice crab, the goldfinch, chili chameleon, the frogs, of course, Santa Claus, the turkey, the ghost, the sandwich. Just a lot of good blocks, except the ice slime. Or this block right here. Don't even know the name, don't even care. So yeah, nice selection of blocks. So, but also when you realize, when you clicked here, this same black screen shows for when you click on a block. Like Astronaut, for example. Same black screen shows. I'm not sure if it's the same. It's fairly similar. So, we're going to make it for when this sprite is clicked. We're going to broadcast, you know what? Let's just set blook to choose. So, whenever we set a block, this is what we code in episode 5. Whenever we set a block, it will show, set the ghost effect to 50, go to front layer, and go backwards one layer. And if the block is not equal to the empty value, it will just hide. So, since we set it to choose, it will now show, which is very useful. So yeah, but the downside, right, if not block equals empty value or not blocks equals choose, then that means the script will happen. So now what we're going to want to do is drag this script into this sprite one right here and rename it to statsvg, unless in the comments somebody has a better name for it, and remove the block not equal empty value, get rid of the or, and delete the set block too. So, wait, this has to be switched. No, never mind, it doesn't have to be switched. What was I thinking? Alright, let's test. And, maybe it did need to switch. Yup, it did need to switch. If looks not equal to choose, then hide. Otherwise, show and go to front layer. Boom. And we're just going to go to 0, 0. So yeah, if you want to copy it, it just needs to be around the make it an even number and make it 308 times 190. That's a pretty good size for it. So yeah. And the other good news is when you click out of here, like when you just click anywhere, it instantly teleports back because of the script that we have right here, set blook to empty value. So yeah. Now we want it so it will show. So go into the select sprite and get a 1 green flag clicked. Hide. Get a show and a hide, that will be useful. Go to front layer. And when backdrop switches to market, and when backdrop switches to blooks, we will just delete this clone right here. So yeah. So right here, we're gonna get a new message to make it so it will it will know so that this sprite will know to create the clones. Let's just something like setting PFP. So when this sprite clicked, set blook to choose, broadcast setting PFP. When I receive setting PFP, make this easy, we'll show. We will repeat 6. Oh yeah, first we're just going to switch costume to chick. Repeat 6. Next costume. And create clone of myself. And can play around values you want. Also, we need to go to -75 of X and -170 for a Y. And also we're just gonna change X by, let's say 30. I like 30. At the end we'll hide. Another thing we need to do is forever go to front layer at the end of this script. So let's see. Okay, the good news is that the clones do get created. The bad news is that why are they very low? Maybe it was Nope, it was supposed to be 170. So let's retest. Okay, now 170 is too high. What about 138? Yeah, I think 138 seems good. But the only issue is it's not going to the front. So we'll just, after this, we'll just go backwards 1 layer. After, go to front layer. Right here. We'll go backwards 8 layers. Will it work? The reason why it's not working is because it's only applying to original sprite, and we need to make it when I start as clone, and we need to set this back 7 layers. Let's see about 7. Let's see here. Yep, now it's all working. So now we need to make it so way more than 6 blooks will spawn. So in that repeat 6, get another repeat, get a repeat 10. And put the hide at the end. And we will set X to this first value right here. Play around with what value you want. My value will be -75. Change Y by -30. Make sure it's negative. Let's see, will it work this time? So time to test. And boom. It's working just like that. Now we need to make it so the clones will get deleted. And also, put a repeat 10 in here. It just deletes all the clones for some weird reason, because right here, 73 clones as you see, and when I go back here, clones get deleted, they get restored. Now some of you may want this to be instant, so do I. So make a new custom block called load blooks. Run without screen refresh. And just drag these scripts into the one I receive load blooks and put load blooks right here. So when you click the stats and click this, it instantly loads. Now what we want to do is make it so it won't be shown, like when you click back, so it hides. Repeat 55. And we just delete this clone. It's pretty simple. Okay, maybe it's not that simple. So we're gonna need a new message. So when this sprite is clicked, we also make sure in the clickback sprite, new broadcast done, Python setting PFP. So yeah, put that at the end of after setting blook too. And when I receive done setting PFP, we're just gonna delete this clone. Boom. Now they're going back and forth. And they instantly get deleted without the clone limit going way too high. Now we want it so you could be able to choose it. So I'm just gonna clean up my blocks, and when this sprite is clicked, and we're gonna need to make a new variable, PFP, for all sprites. And right here in this PFP sprite, we're gonna get a forever loop and switch costume to PFP and get a join and do PFP/PFP. So also at the beginning of this script right here, we will set PFP to chick. Now in the future, when you load up a new Blooket account, it gives you a random common blook. So yeah, in the future, I will be teaching you how to make it so it's random without being a blook you do not own. So when green, put it under the one green flag clicked. So yeah. And now you know the reason why it says PFP right here is because we set the PFP to chick right here. So this is the PFP chick, and it joins this right here to PFP chick, And PFP slash is what is in front. So yeah, now you know. Now, we need to make it so you can choose. When this sprite is clicked, or not when this sprite is clicked. Get for a when I start as clone, or get a when I start as clone. If mouse down and costume name and get a contains, so if all the blocks contains the costume name, and mouse down, then set PFP to costume name. And put it in a forever loop, because why not? Actually, no, you don't need to put it in forever loop. So, at the end, so yeah, when you go click on it, okay, here is when issues start to come to play. So, we need to make it, we don't want to do it if mouse down. So, let's do a when this sprite is clicked. So that will be way easier. But it may or may not work. Let's test to see if it will work. Yep, it does work, and as you see, it sets it, and if you do not own the blook, it will not set it. And at the end of that, we're just going to do a broadcast done setting PFP. Okay, that's a bug. So, what we need to do is just put the PFP in there. And boom, that's when it gets done. But now we want it so this click back won't show. It's as easy as pie. If you didn't see that, it was a set blook to the empty value. So when you go into sats and you just click on any blook you like puppy, boom, it's all done. Now we want, but here's the confusing part. When you unlock a blook, like you want to be able to know that you haven't unlocked. You're like, let's see, what blook should I set to? Oh no, I forgot what I just got and I want to use it. Was it the Earth? Was it alien? Was it the UFO? Oh man, now I have to stick with a common blook like the duck. So yeah, it turns out it was like the stars that I got, but so yeah, you can't really tell. You're gonna need to like click on all of them. That is extremely annoying. But fear not, I have the simplest solution ever. It's just a little bit more challenging than right here, but it's very simple. If else, and duplicate this script right here. And now we're gonna set effect, go the set effect block and make it brightness effect. Make one of them minus 100 and another one to 0. So when you start as a clone, if all of the blocks contains the costume name, then set brightness effect to 0, which is so you can see. Otherwise, set it to negative 100, which is pure black. And now you can tell the difference. Only thing is the goldfish. Goldfish is kind of hard. Because I think I didn't change it. Did I misspell goldfish? Let's see here. It looks the same. Oh well. That's an unfortunate bug. No idea what is causing that. But hey, I do not. Wait. It's over here. It's because for some reason this is called fish. Another one was called goldfish. Easy change. So yeah. Well, I am sorry to say, but that will be another end to another episode. I hope you liked this episode. I hope it wasn't too long, and I want to see what you could come up with. So yeah, also, I am very close to 200 subscribers. You know what? How many subscribers do I have? Let's go check. 187. I have 187 subscribers. We are so close to 200. So please get me there. Once we reach 200, I will be doing something random. And I did a post on my channel. You could vote for what would you like. Me spending 50,000 tokens on the space pack to get all colored astronauts. And hopefully I won't get unlucky again. Like I did Blook Master's refresh trick. Like where you could just open like 100 packs. Like, I won't do 100 because I need to save up. So red astronaut. Like you could do like, I'm just going to do 5, maybe 10 packs. Alright, I'll just do 15. Like what you could do is just open a pack, click Control R, and it instantly gets spended for you. You can see what you got or what you didn't get. No red astronaut, unfortunately. Would have been so happy if I got one. So yeah, subscribe.